Well, real quick, let's spend a few minutes on the Guardians because Daniel Espino was optioned to AAA. You and I spoke yesterday. You said that was to be expected.
Yep.
Nothing that wasn't part of the plan for Espino throughout spring training, but it got me thinking. He was a guy that was in the Gavin Williams-Bybee trio. He had the highest upside of the trio when they were all young prospects. He's yet to pitch at any real level because of a numerous slate of injuries.
Yeah.
But it
He basically hasn't pitched for 3 years.
appears to be healthy.
Yeah.
Has thrown some in spring training. Is there a chance that this guy could actually maybe not live up to the hype because the hype was so high when he was a top prospect, but is there a chance he could end up turning into a weapon out of the bullpen or as a starter at some point?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to ever be a starter.
Have you fully given up on the Espino stock, I guess?
No, I'm still he was throwing hard, Jason.
Yeah.
The velocity is still really good.
Yeah.
He's nasty. It was good to see him. I think he's made 2 or 3 appearances in spring training, and he's looked great. The talent is still there. He's had a ton of injuries. The smart play is to have him in the bullpen. I think use that stuff in the bullpen.
Just because of the innings?
You
can protect him a
you
little
can
bit more.
manage him better in the bullpen. And I think he could be a very good weapon for the Guardians at some point this year out of the pen.
Totally agree. I'm excited to see him. Hopefully he could stay healthy. I think he stays as a starter over, certainly at least for this year. You just got to get him healthy and just get a full year out of him.
Yeah.
If he can, and he's got to dominate. If he can go down to AAA and he can dominate out of the pen.
Yeah.
This baseball's become such a bullpen game and heavy on relievers.
Yeah.
If you add him as I think he could easily work his way into eventually to be a closer type. But
definitely.
High leverage is the fancy term now. He could be a high leverage guy right away as the 7th, 8th guy, inning guy, bridge guy that leads to.
Yeah. I mean, they could use him down the line in some sort of Andrew Miller type of role.
Yeah, but I would just 1 inning. That's it.
Yeah, I'm saying more down the line than this year. But yes, he's a guy that could definitely pitch in high leverage situations. He has as good a stuff as anybody they have.
Yep.
So, it's been a long road back for him. But it's not a surprise he was optioned down to the minors because he hasn't pitched
and
in
they
so
got to build
long.
him up. He's got to
Right.
build up his workload.
Yeah.
But I think we'll see him this year. If he stays healthy, I think we'll see him.
Man, I've been hearing, listen, we didn't have a dude named Pomerantz back in the day.
You know what?
Drew Pomerantz.
He's turned himself into a good reliever the last few years.
Yeah.
Finally, after all these years. I will say it's going to be interesting, these last bench spots for the Guardians lineup. Will they have to cut Nolan Jones or try to trade him? Because think about it. Right now, the guys are going to be on the roster. You got the 2 catchers with Hedges and Bo Naylor.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Hoskins and Manzardo. That's 4, definitely on the roster. You got Arias and you got Rocchio as 6. You got Jose, that's 7, right? You got Quan as 8. DeLauder he's got to be. I
think he
is 9. Valera's going to be on the roster. That's 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you go with there's 26 players. Most teams do 13 pitchers, 13 hitters. So that's, what did I give you, 10?
10. You got 3
Okay,
spots.
so for the final 3 spots, you have Kafis, you have Martinez, you have Schneemann, you have Nolan Jones.
Bye-bye Nolan Jones.
And David Fry.
Yeah, he's on.
David Fry's on the team probably. Is he going to be ready to go?
I think it's Schneemann.
So the last 2 spots,
roster too.
Schneemann, Martinez, Nolan Jones, and who did I forget?
Mention Hoskins.
Yeah,
Hoskins. Okay. I said. So it's basically Schneemann, Nolan Jones, Angel Martinez. And Kafis. Those 4 guys for 2 spots. I think Kafis is going to start the year in the minors.
I think he should.
So he can play every day.
Yeah. He's not a.
I think Nolan Jones has got to be gone. I'd rather keep Schneemann and Martinez as my utility guys.
I think Jones will start the year here, and because Martinez has options left.
Right.
Start the year in the minors, and then if Nolan is hitting 180.
But how much is he going to play?
But he can play all 3 spots.
Right.
And when you've got 2 corner guys with the injury histories that Valera and
DeLauder
have.
I don't know.
I think that they still believe in Nolan because some of the advanced metrics were so good last year and it just never translated.
Yeah.
But because
the starting, I think Valera and DeLauder are going to be the primary corner outfield,
and they should
with
got
Juan
to
in
start.
center, which is what they need to do.
That should happen
Yeah,
years ago.
and that's why as much as I like Kefas, it makes sense to start him in the minors.
Yeah, Cave is starting in the minors
because Hoskins, I'm going to play Hoskins every day. I'm going to play Manzardo every day.
Hoskins' arrival sort of sealed Kefas' fate, as far as I'm concerned.
Probably. And I think what they'll do
And that's
is
not a bad thing.
they'll platoon Valera and Nolan Jones in right field
I don't even
and
like
play
that.
DeLauder in left.
Hey, man.
They're both lefties.
Oh yeah, that doesn't
Jones
make
and
sense.
Valera both
Yeah, so
lefties.
who the hell's going to play against lefties? Oh, David Fry. That's right. Not. I don't see how Nolan Jones is playing.
But I think he's just an insurance option right
Right.
for DeLauder and
He's a
Valera.
bench player.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
So
He's a
yeah,
bench
I
player.
mean, So what they're going to do? Well, I guess Fry can play the outfield. No, he's going to be able to catch.
Yeah. He may push Naylor hard for that spot.
Yeah, I mean, because you can't use him in the outfield. Hoskins, they may. Hoskins got to play every day. Pretty much.
If Bo Naylor's in the ones, he gonna have to come up from out that plate.
Right. Nolan Jones and Valera. There's too many. They need a right-handed hitting outfielder. Really, Fry. It'd be good if Fry could play the outfield, and then you could platoon him with Valera.
Theoretically, he can.
Yeah, but I think they said they were not comfortable doing that this year.
I don't know.
Again, I don't know. They should have gone and got a right-handed hitting outfielder to play. But maybe they want to try to give Valera a chance to play every day. I don't know.
I would love that.
Yeah.
And if DeLauder's in the big leagues, he plays every day.
I agree.
Manzardo's going to play every day. I think Hoskins is going to play every day. And obviously Jose, obviously Quan. So that's, Rocchio and Arias can play most days.
Man,
Even though I don't love either of
I
them.
can't wait to get them off the sticks, man. We've been hearing them names for 6 years. I
Yeah.
cannot wait so we do not have to keep
They are
playing these
begging
dudes.
for one of them to take hold of the job, and neither of them.
They just like, nah, we're
Well,
boys.
they need
we
one
wanna-
because then you hopefully get Bazzana
what
by
I'm
the
saying.
summer.
They're begging for one
The
of
other
them.
one plays short, and there you go. And Fry if Fry can consistently play catcher. Now remember, Fry was an all-star in the first half of 24, and he's basically been useless since then. He stunk in the second half of 24. He was hurt last year. So I don't know where David. That first half of 24 is the only time
That's the anomaly.
Yeah.
But you will hope that, if you're a Guardians fan, you're hoping that he was hurt, which
Right.
led to the dip in production, and now
Yeah.
that he's healthy and full, he should have been in AAA last year. The fact that they burned a spot on him all year,
Right, it was
as
stupid.
a part-time DH was
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
But whatever, because I think he's got options left. But it doesn't
Probably,
matter.
yeah.
It doesn't matter. I think he can, if he's healthy and he's hitting, I think he's going to push Bo Naylor for that starting spot.
Right, but are you playing him against righties? I mean, he's really. Maybe they platoon him and Naylor.
Is Bo Naylor any better against righties?
No.
I don't know the splits. I'm asking as a serious question.
You're going to see the White Sox. Not that the White Sox are a bastion of
Start two catchers.
Yeah, and maybe
Yeah.
this is.
Yeah, but those guys are young, good prospects.
Well, I'm just saying in terms of playing. I mean, are the Orioles going to do it with Rutschman and Basayo?
I think Basayo's going to DH most of the time.
But you have two options to catch to share the load.
Yeah, right.
To share. And
Well,
you
I
could
mean, to
have that
me,
here.
Hedges shouldn't be playing at all this year. I don't even know. He shouldn't be on the roster. If Fry can catch, there's no reason to have Hedges on the roster, but they're going to keep him.
Yes.
It's a right-handed bat, Bull. You just said we needed a right-handed bat.
Yeah.
I think Nolan Jones. I know fans aren't going to want to hear that. I
Yeah.
think Jones starts here, and I think Martinez starts in the minors.
Jason, can I ask you one question?
Doesn't mean
on
it's going to
Nolan
be that
Jones?
way
Yeah.
on Memorial Day.
I just think Martinez as a bench player has more value than Nolan Jones. But
don't you want Martinez getting at bats every day?
yeah, I guess so.
Jason, question on Nolan Jones.
Yeah.
Does it concern you at all that he's 1 for his last 23 with 13 strikeouts in
Yeah.
training?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you want-
But what I mean,
Yeah.
how many Guardians fans know this? What you see on opening day is never the roster.
No, that's
that
true.
you have 2 months from now.
Yeah.
I'm just saying because he can play all three outfield spots and because he's out of options and because they brought him back for a reason, I think he's here.
No, you're right. You're probably right. And they can't say. I mean, Schneemann was a solid player for them.
But
last year.
Schneemann's not.
No, but like he's your. You should keep him as
He
a
could
utility
be.
guy.
I mean, Schneemann might be the everyday second baseman before long.
I forgot he played second base,
possible.
low
He
key.
can play anywhere. He can play anywhere.
That's why he's going to be on the team. I think you're
He's on
right.
the team.
I think Jones gets the last spot over Schneemann
I think
and Kafus.
Martinez and Kafus start the year in Columbus.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And then if any of the outfielders gets hurt, you bring up Kafus.
Yeah.
Well, if Hoskins, Manzardo, Kwan, DeLauder, or Valera, any of those guys get hurt, I bring up Kafus and he replaces.
Over Martinez?
Yeah.
Kafus over Martinez?
Martinez would be if something happens to somebody in the middle infield more.
Or center. You can play center.
Yeah, I guess.
I'd rather have Martinez as an everyday center fielder than Nolan. Again,
I guess for center. You're right for center. But corner, if it's corner or first or DH, then I go to Kafus.
I am not advocating for Nolan Jones to get a ton of at-bats. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just think because he's out of options.
I just don't think he's going to play much.
I don't think he's
So
either.
I don't know how he's going to.
But, I
we'll
mean,
see.
DeLauder could trip coming out of the dugout and pull a hamstring.
Yeah, he hasn't even. We're still a few weeks away from the start of the season,
Yeah.
so the guy's got to stay healthy.
Yeah.
My hot take is you might not see Bazana at all this year.
Well, yeah, you will. Yeah.
Unless he stinks or he's hurt.
I mean, I don't.
Even if he stinks, he's coming.
really,
Yeah, he's going to be up. They
Yes.
already look bad.
I mean, like June.
Yeah, he'll be up.
I think. Yeah. If he's playing well.
No, just say he's playing mid-sauce.
He'll be up in June. He's got to be up by June unless he's hurt.
I mean, now listen. The odds of this are 1 in a million. But if Rocchio and Arias are both hitting,
Yeah, good luck.
I know.
Oh yeah, then you're not. Right.
But if they're not going to force him in,
No,
if he's not.
That's what I'm saying. Like
But he's got to. He needs to try. He needs to force his way onto the team.
He does.
Arias and Rocchio, my concern is they'll play just decent enough or not bad enough where they're like, you know what, Bazana, he pulled a
No,
calf
they need to
and-
get Bazana
Yeah.
up.
I mean,
he's
'cause-
healthy.
Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
go.
we
No
talk
more
about
messing.
3 years, bro.
Yeah.